Don't worry guys, the video's not broken. This is just where this story starts. Basically, darkness. This is the downlight from an Elba cooker extraction hood, and these are what the LEDs inside actually look like. They're using that normal old school LED. Over the years, one by one started to fail, and eventually it got so dim to the point they were not usable. So I started to look around, and because this is that module type of LED downlight, they were sold as sets, including the reflector and the stainless steel bits and the plug and all that, and it was really expensive, somewhere in the order of anywhere from 30 to 60 ringgit a piece. So that's something like 9 Canadian dollars or about 7 USD. So looking at the tag on the back, it actually says 12 volts DC and 2 watt rating. But as I was too lazy to change the individual LEDs, I started looking for alternatives, and basically this is what I found. So these are just basically LED replacements for G10 halogen bulbs. The key point was that the diameter of the PCB or the board is actually the right size, which is 29 to 30 millimeters, and they would fit inside of this housing that I had. Alright, so now how to make it work. Looking at the old LED board, I didn't seem to see any rectifier circuit, and based on the tag at the back of the holder, it said that its input was 12 volts DC. But this new LED board that I bought had one of these chips on board, an MB10F, and basically this is a diode rectification bridge. So considering that it was designed, this LED board was designed to replace G10 halogen bulbs, it actually makes sense because the G10 halogen bulb inputs 12 volts AC, so it would need a rectifier on board. So this is the circuit for the MB10F. If you look at the pin diagram, pin 4 and 2 would be the input, and pin 3 and 1 would be the output. So if an AC current was applied to the input of pin 4 and pin 2, pin 1 would output the positive DC and pin 3 would output the negative DC. Now on the flip side, if a DC current was applied to the input correctly, being the positive applied to pin 2 and the negative being applied to pin 4, you would get pin 1 still as the positive DC and pin 4 would return the negative DC. The best part is, even if you connected it the other way around with the positive on pin 4 and the negative on pin 2, because of the crisscrossing diodes, pin 1 would still become the positive and pin 3 would still be the negative, and you'd be absolutely fine. So basically what I did was I soldered on the positive to the pin 2 and the negative to pin 4. So this is what it looks like after soldering and PCB tucked into the original holder, and this is what it looks like with the whole system assembled. It lines up perfectly with the reflector, and once it's installed in the cooker hood, what do you know, it actually works. So I hope you guys found this interesting. It's a really cheap way to repair your downlights for your hood, and I'm sure it's used in other places. 3 ringgit, 92 cents USD, or $1.30 Canadian. It's really not expensive at all. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think, guys. Remember, you can do it yourself. Cheers.